Hi, and thanks for joining us here at Rose Quartz Mediumship for this July 2024 tarot message. It is a steamy, steamy day here today. And there's something about the heat of July that I just love. Whoop, got a jumpy card. And I will say that was in the reverse position. I flipped it around. Ooh, got a couple cards that want to come out. We're going to pull one card out of the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck and then pulling a couple out of the Light Seer Tarot deck. For me, the Light Seer Tarot deck is a really easy deck. If you're new to tarot, it is a deck that I think it's pretty intuitive to look at the cards and get the meaning from them. My children look at the cards and they don't know anything about tarot, and yet they do truly get the messages through the cards. So all right, so we're gonna start with the Light Seer Tarot deck first. Ooh, and we didn't pull a shadow card. We'll pull a shadow. And then we'll do the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. All right, so in the month of July, couple things are popping out, and I'm just going to see how it is that I want this message to come through. I'm a huge believer that with tarot, it gives us guidance and direction and the ability to shift. It is a really great tool to help you understand yourself and situations more clearly so that you can make different choices if you don't like what you're seeing in your cards. So it does feel like there's going to be a little bit of heartbreak in the month of July. It feels like there's something that our heart was really set on. And what I will say is that some grief is kind of coming up right now. So we might need to grieve something in the month of July. Right now, I'm just really kind of getting this reminder that grief is very much held in our lungs. And so if you are grieving something in the month of July, just make sure that you're paying attention to respiratory and lung health. I think oftentimes we are so focused on the physical that we don't always look at the energetics behind the physical. And my truth, which doesn't have to be yours, is that our emotions and energy are held in our physical body. And when they are held in a particular body part or region for long enough, it will create dis-ease in that area of our body. And so something to just think about, if you are grieving, be mindful of lung health. It does also feel, and it feels like these cards go together. This was in the reverse position. It does feel like in the month of July, we're going to be invited to pick ourselves. There's going to be an opportunity where we're going to struggle to walk away from something. We're going to struggle to make a choice where we pick ourselves. And guilt is coming up right now. So maybe whatever it is that we're walking away from, there's guilt. And also what's kind of like coming through right now, wiggling through, is that oftentimes we allow our choices to be led through the fear of judgment. And this is the thing. When you get to the end of your human experience, you are not going to look back and say, thank God that Sally from down the road didn't judge me when I made this choice. That's just not how the end of your life is going to work. You might feel sad that you didn't make a choice where you picked yourself. And so if you are noticing some fear of judgment, fear of others judging you, bubbling up around something that you are wanting and needing to walk away from, something where you are needing to pick yourself over somebody else. I really think that this is a person. Just know that picking you is the most important option. Whatever it is that we are going to be kind of stuck on here in the month of July, we're going to struggle walking away from. Our shadow card is the Two of Swords, so I really think that we're going to feel really pulled in multiple directions, kind of not sure which way to go as we're trying to make this decision where we pick ourselves. If you're noticing fear of scarcity mindset popping up for you, if you're feeling very stuck, like you don't know how to move forward because you're worried that something financially is going to hold you back, just know that you are an incredibly powerful creator and you can create all sorts of abundance when you become a vibrational match for it. And so really just give yourself permission to pick yourself and recognize that fear-based thought patterns around judgment or around scarcity are holding you back from picking yourself, then you're going to feel incredibly stuck. And the frequency of feeling stuck, the frequency of non-alignment, of not picking yourself, of making decisions that are not in your highest and most grounded good, is going to pull you into a frequency or a vibration where from law of attraction, you're not going to be getting what you want in your reality. If you are picking authenticity, if you are picking yourself, or if you are picking steps that put you on the path of the life that you want to live, you're not going to be sorry. You're not going to be sorry. It also feels like we may have a little difficulty working with other people in the month of July. So there may be something where there's some form of group setting where it just feels a little sticky. Like it feels to me like there's going to be like a little bit of agitation, a little bit of activation. It feels like a little bit catty, I guess is the word or the energy that I'm really feeling. And so just know that if in the month of July you are in any form of a group setting and it feels catty or exclusive or judgmental, that you can control yourself. You can control whether or not you engage. You can control the stories that you tell yourself in your mind about whatever scenario is happening there. I'm also very aware that I'm talking with my hands a lot today. All right. So the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, we got Thunder, which I think is a really beautiful card. So I'm going to read that to you guys. I do know these cards, but one of the issues that I have with this deck is that I adore the way that this artist writes the pieces attached to each card. And I love them so much that paraphrasing is not what I want to do. I want you guys to hear exactly these words. So, thunder. The essence. Legends speak of great thunder beings who live in the sky and call for your attention when great occurrences are meant to happen in the world. They warn when tension is in a situation are called upon to be released. When presence in your reading reminds you of the dramatic movements in life that change everything, both awesome and frightening when thunder arrives. It is also a wake-up call, one that you will not soon forget. I love this, right? It's so in alignment with the messages that we got from the Light Seer Tarot deck. So here, you know, the drastic moments in life where everything changes, right? That is kind of what we were talking about in the Light Seer Tarot deck. The invitation. When thunder comes into your reading, it refers to a big, dramatic change that feels like a herd of wild bison on the run. You feel it right through your bones, and you know that you are powerless to influence whatever events have been set in motion. This is a time to be prepared for anything. Your life is an adventure. If that isn't a beautiful line, your life is an adventure. How different would you be? How different would you move through the world if you lived from the place of knowing, really deep knowing, that your life is an adventure? For me, adventure always brings a little curiosity. It brings a little play. It brings fun. It brings excitement. And when I sit in those frequencies, magic happens. I lost my spot, guys. Okay. Your life is an adventure, and wonderful opportunities are arriving now. The trick is to learn to run with them. Qualities that you'll need now more than ever are flexibility, dexterity, and the willingness to experience it all without dictating from where or in what form opportunities will come. Your destiny is arriving. Be ready. The medicine. Do you feel like unnecessary drama is waylaying your life? Could you be exhausted from listening to others tell you their never-ending victim stories? Or could you be telling yourself a version of the same? It's time for an about face. You're being warned that to continue on this path will cause you to regret your choices, even if they appear benign or familiar. It is time to say no to drama, both yours and others. Focus on solutions rather than problems. You are worthy of a drama-free life. Isn't that beautiful? And a little bit of what I was saying, where we might have some chaos and some tension with some other people, and we're going to feel torn, and we're going to have a little bit of heartbreak and need to make some change. So I cannot wait to see what comes up for you in the month of July for 2024. We really appreciate you being here with us at Rose Quartz Mediumship. If you don't already, please check out our podcasts and our blog posts as well.